Well, a momentous day in Hannes's life. What a huge revelation. The thoughts of his mother as a thief, and then the wife of a merchant, seeing her at the table of Ulfric in her steel armor. He's not really sure what to think or how to react, and he's wondering what to do next. He's all alone now. Atlas, Goldir, Janasa, and worst of all, his best friend in the world. How can he face them with what he knows about his past? He isn't the same person they knew. Will they sense it? No. If they're truly friends, they will not care. Hannes was raised well. He knows that life brings ups and downs, unexpected problems and bonuses. Sitting at his father's desk, with all that weighing on his mind, he knew he had to worry about his own life, make some money, speak with Belethor, and move on with his life as a merchant. Then, when he's ready, explore the other side of his heritage. Sometimes it's best just to let things roll along and let the universe point the way. He's never been very religious. Perhaps it's time to bring an offering to Zenithar. So, let's take some sellable items and go out and be the merchant that we are. She said I was always a smart boy. Or did she say little boy? I don't remember. I need to eat and sleep. I wonder if it's that island with the stone. We used to go there and play hide and seek and gather flowers, and she'd tell me tales of faraway places and secret things. That's one of the Guardian Stones. I love that place. I wonder if she left the clues there. Raya,
Good
be
to
back.
see you.
Need to go down to the lake. Who are you hunting? This is Manorland you're hunting on. Oh, never mind. I have no...
I can take it.
Oh, gods, no. Come on. I have more important things to do than... And thus ends Hannes Torbjorn's life in Skyrim, falling short of his mother's goals for him. He dies on the banks of Lake Ilinalta, killed the dragon. Just kidding. Well, it's time to get serious here. This place. It was always strange to me. Mother never really explained it very well. Maybe she didn't even know what it was. Not going to bother with the hunters this time. There's the island. I guess we'll just swim for it. Hope for no dragons this time. Maybe I'll swim underwater a little ways in case there's anything else watching. There it is. How could I have missed it? Maybe she came back, and yes, it is in the Falmer script. No idea what to do with it. I wonder if she meant me to touch this stone. And why not? Maybe that blessing will help. Chances are I'll even forget what it does. You never know what creatures lurk around here. Well, Hannes has really no clue what to do right now, except that it's time to get back to Lakeview. It's time to get on with his life. There's a lot of things to assimilate, of course, and right now it's more important to build his business, build some friendships, relationships, and just try not to think about all this too much. It will come in time. Eventually he'll have to find a way to decipher the clues, find a way to get in with the Thieves Guild. So until then, he's just going to make some investments, have some adventures, move on with his life. And that's good enough. Perhaps I'll stop into Lucan's store.
Whiterun guards can take down the dragon.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got
Thank
you
you.
thinking.
Lucan, how are you?
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves.
You're welcome.
Oh, a bit
It
of
was
this
my pleasure.
and a bit of that.
What can we sell? Hey. We need a profit. In fact, we need a lot of profit. Quickly. Good. Thank you,
All
Lucan.
right, then.
Always a pleasure.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you.
No, I'm not
Don't get
new
on my
around
nerves.
here, boy. Feel a little bit empty without Atlas. All right. You know, enough trying to. Dear viewers, I love the story that I'm telling here, but I am not an actor. I'm not even that much of a storyteller, but I'm a lover of this game and stories that it can tell. So I think that from now on, I'm going to try less to voice Hannes, maybe still a little bit, and more to just simply talk about what's going on as it's happening. I have crafted a narrative here, a storyline, some thoughts on where Hannes will go. I have sort of created him from a different idea. When Michael first floated the idea of the audio Let's Plays, I did Companion's Quest, and I thought it would be fun to do the Stones of Barenziah, but it's a long quest, and I couldn't really come up with good ideas on how to make that work in an audio Let's Play. Oops. And so I had this character that I created, Hannes Torbjorn. Just a name that I picked out of nowhere, really. And oh god. Well, anyway, walking slow so I can talk more. And so I had this character, and then when this Hearthfire Roundtable came up, I thought, well, right, maybe I can work the Stones of Barenziah into the same Roundtable quests. And then I started thinking about ways of doing that. So I came up with this idea of a young mid-20s Nord Imperial whose mother was a Nord, whose father was an Imperial, whose family was split, who inherited Lakeview Manor. Easy. So I built Lakeview Manor ahead of the storyline Hearthfire round. But then I thought, well, how do I make this work? You know, the hunter of the stones has to have some thieving in him or her. It has to have some affinity or love for the Dark Elves, some interest in Baron Zaya, some way, some reason to want to know more about Baron Zaya.
Give a holler if you have any questions.
So, of course, it seemed natural
Welcome
that...
to War Maidens. Now, don't let the name worry you.
Yeah, okay.
We've got small weapons
Fine.
as well as... You look like maybe you need a new weapon. Something big, perhaps? An axe? Most
Yes.
of our weapons were crafted by Adrienne Avenici.
Yeah,
My
good.
woman's an artist, is what she is.
Yeah. Is she here? Is she going to sell me something instead of you talking?
People realize. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Thank you, Adrian, for being willing to actually sell me something or buy something. No. Perhaps I should take one of them.
Stay sharp. You think all the council might... Take a look.
See what... More. Ah, well. We'll sell you 2 of those. 2 of those. Else? Really, you're not interested in much of mine. Sorry I wasted a entire potion on.
Thanks for the business.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I started thinking, how could I make this work? That's when I came up with the idea of Hannes's mother being a thief. See if Elrendir wants to buy some of my dragon bone or dragon scales. So it seemed like a good exercise to try making a mod, an NPC mod of Hannes's mother. And so that's what I did, and I tried to voice her, and you know, it worked out okay. She sounds all right with my voice somewhat worked through on in Audacity. Oh gods, won't you sell me or buy anything from me? Okay, at least maybe you'll have some arrows. What have you got for... down for... Seeker arrow. Buy your... Anzilial arrows. Seeker arrow.
Thank you very much for your business.
Yeah.
Hello, friend.
Hello, Janasa. I hope you're faring well. See if I can get over to see
We're running out of gold.
What would you have me do, woman?
So, I made the mod, I voiced her, met her. So now you, who have been watching this, have seen some of the story unfold. And from here on, I think I'm going to try less Idolaf, just go pound sand. I'm going to try less to be an actor. Just want to tell a story. So, going to just have fun playing Skyrim and telling you the story of Hannes Torbjorn,
Welcome indeed.
a merchant.
Don't mean to be rude, but I'm too busy to talk right now.
You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay, this is where things finally broke down. So, I'm going to break in here, as I have a couple times already, and explain a little bit more. I had a lot of trouble with audio, and it was related to OBS, not OBS's fault, but something that I screwed up somewhere in the settings. And so I had to kind of reset OBS. I had to reset a lot of things, and I also had to
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Thanks, Belthor. I had to clean up my saves and clean up the game. I recorded a lot of episodes, but the audio is so bad, and it's just so hard to just edit and voice over as I did earlier in this episode that it's just not worth it. So we're going to skip the Gilder Green episodes, and we're going to come back to the storyline at a point right after Hannes leaves the Gilder Green Sanctuary. He did, in fact, save the Gilder Green elder and brought a sapling to Danica as Maurice requested that he did, and Hannes felt that was a really important thing. He felt very strongly about it. So that became part of the storyline. We're going to pick up at a point where Hannes decides to go and visit Goldir and recruit his fellowship and friendship again and go to Fort Amol and have a little fun with the mages there, grab the bound bow. After that, Hannes is going to let Goldir go again. He is going to forget, as I predicted. I am going to forget where the cat came from, and I'm going to forget that several times over the next number of episodes. We're going to go to Teva's Watch. We're going to do a bunch of other quests and...
Do come back.
Oh, you can be sure I will, Belethor. After
What can I do
I'm
for you?
part owner of the shop. We're going to do a
Come
bunch
by
of other
Bellathor's shop
quests,
at the market. I'm sure we've got something.
and we're just going to have some fun. So, as I said,
You're stupider than you look.
oh, shut up, Idolov. Just shut up. We are
Shut
going
up,
to...
scum.
Yeah, you shut up, you shut up. We're going to adopt Lucia, and this is where Hannes is going to pick up the Gilder Green quest and also speak to Maurice, who's standing right behind Danica there. And yeah, it's hard for me as a sort of a semi-creator. Not much of what I do gets watched. That's fine with me. I just really love doing this. It's hard when stuff like this goes wrong and you lose a bunch of content. And I've gotten so behind. A lot of this I recorded a couple of months ago, and so I'm having a lot of trouble kind of picking back up where I left off. And so I'm going to try, and but the next couple of episodes will include Fort Amol. They'll include Teva's Watch, and they're going to include several other things. And eventually we'll catch up with the story and go back to the crux of the storyline with Hannes and his mom and the Stones of Baranzaya. And we're also going to try to stay faithful to the original intent of the Hearthfire Roundtable and all the quests that we need to do for that. So I hope you come along. I hope you join me, and I hope you enjoy. The next episode with Goldir is still going to have some audio issues, and I'm going to leave it intact. I'm not going to do a lot of editing. You'll hear a lot of the sort of cutting in and out. I don't think it's as bad as some of the previous episodes, but it's the last one in which you'll hear that. After that, when we start in going to Shroudhearth Barrow, that will be the first episode after I fixed the audio issues and after I reconstituted the game a little bit. And from there on, we're going to evolve, I hope, and it'll get better and better. So until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Hannes' story. It's going to go on for quite some time, I think. I'm really enjoying him as a character, and I'm enjoying trying to create this storyline. So until that all happens, happy gaming, be well, and we'll see you under the Gilder Green.